What's up, everybody? It's me, Joey P. Joe Pizzapia, back with another Betting Pros Top 10 video. And today, it's about the NFL futures market. Now, if you were with us last year in the preseason, we nailed that Justin Jefferson at plus 1,400 for AP Player of the Year. We nailed a bunch of other big bets in the NFL futures market, but that was last year. That's in the past. Now it's time to get to 2023. So before we get to the top 10 bets I've got for you this season, don't forget to download the Betting Pros app right now, wherever you get your apps. Again, iOS or Android, it's free to download. And once you get that Betting Pros app, sync your sportsbooks in less than a minute to automatically track all your bets across all your sportsbooks in one glorious spot. And that spot is Betting Pros. And after you sync your leagues, then you'll get all the analytics by sport and by bet type to tell you how well you're doing with game picks, with props, with parlays, you name it, we've got it at BP. And you'll also get insights and personalized recommendations for props, game picks, and more tailored to your interests. So enjoy all the benefits of Sportsbook Sync. Download the Betting Pros app now and visit bettingpros.com/apps, or just search Betting Pros in the App Store. So without further ado, let's get after it. Let's get to those top 10 NFL futures bets for 2023. Let's kick things off here with a Super Bowl bet of all things. The Cincinnati Bengals to versus the Philadelphia Eagles in this upcoming year's Super Bowl, plus 2,400. Now, I understand that neither of these teams is the reigning defending champions. That would be the Kansas City Chiefs. But the Cincinnati Bengals look like a team on the mission, and they are a team that we know can beat the Chiefs. And if you can beat the Chiefs, chances are you're going to get to a Super Bowl, and they proved that just 2 years ago. The Philadelphia Eagles proved last year that they belonged in that big game, and they've got a really easy path. Part of doing these NFL futures is writing a script for how the season's going to play out, and you're going to see a lot of Philadelphia Eagles wagers here. And the reason why is because the NFC, I think, is theirs for the taking, and they might have even improved, gotten younger and faster on defense year over year. So the Philadelphia Eagles I like in the NFC, and the Cincinnati Bengals have a really good shot. So this is a long shot wager, but a fun one to put a unit on as we enter 2023. Number 9, the Atlanta Falcons to make the playoffs. Yes, to make the playoffs, plus 128. Now, when you're looking at the NFC South, there's not a whole lot to love here. Nobody was above 500 last year. The Buccaneers were 8-9 in this division. And now the Buccaneers don't have Tom Brady. They've downgraded to Baker Mayfield or somebody else at quarterback. The Panthers, well, they're throwing out a rookie quarterback here. And the Saints are kind of a work in progress at best, with Derek Carr now at the helm under center. So why not the Falcons? The Falcons can do a couple things that are really interesting. Number one, they were really good at running the football last year. And now that offensive line that was so good running the football is going to have Bijan Robinson, one of the best running back talents we've seen in a very long time, entering the NFL. If you can run the ball, keep possession, and play some defense, which I think the Falcons can, all of a sudden they're a team that might be able to get by with Desmond Ridder and find themselves either winning this division or backdooring into a playoffs in an NFC that is kind of weak this year, as you've had a lot of quarterback turnover. No more Rodgers in the NFC, no more Tom Brady in the NFC. All of a sudden, the NFC South is interesting, and the Falcons to just get in the playoffs are interesting as well, and potentially investable also. Number 8, I can't believe I'm doing this. Bear with me. The New York Jets to win the AFC East at plus 250. I know. I am the last guy you thought would be hyping up the New York Jets, especially with Aaron Rodgers. But here's the thing I do know about this AFC East. It's weaker than it's been in some ways in quite some time. And the reason I say weak is because the Buffalo Bills defense certainly took some shots last year, and the Bills look vulnerable at times. The Miami Dolphins certainly looked vulnerable when Tua Tagovailoa wasn't under center. The New England Patriots, their offense is nowhere to be seen. And the Jets were one of the best defensive teams in the league last year and one of the worst at quarterback position. They have a very strong offensive line, they have a healthy Breece Hall returning, and a Hall of Fame quarterback with all of a sudden a new fresh attitude. I know it would take a lot to get here, but when you consider that the Jets lost their last 6 games of 2022, the answer to their problems might just be Aaron Rodgers. And I think this division is going to be very tight. If the Jets come out hot from the first couple weeks of the season, there's every reason to believe they can build on that momentum and all of a sudden challenge the Dolphins and the Bills for the top of this division. It might be a tighter race than you imagine. And right now, the best wager odds are probably the New York Jets, So we're going to lock that in and cross our fingers for the Jets to win the AFC East this year at that plus 250 mark. Number 7 on the hit list, Patrick Mahomes to lead the league in passing yards yet again at plus 400. This is a great number, 4-1 for a guy in Patrick Mahomes who was the only player last year to throw for over 5,000 passing yards. Just remember that, don't forget it, because last year the big question was, can Patrick Mahomes be Patrick Mahomes without Tyreek Hill and a suspect group of wide receivers? Well, we got the answer to that question, and it was an emphatic yes. He threw for 5,200 yards last year and 41 touchdowns, and basically, it's the same cast of unknowns. Rashee Rice they drafted, Kadarius Toney was brought in last year midseason via trade, and Sky Moore could develop in year 2 along with MVS, but that unknown doesn't matter. All that matters is Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes, and without a strong running game still for the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes is going to continue to sling the football around. The only guy that came even close was Justin Herbert last year with 4,700 yards. And with Tom Brady out of the mix, with all of those potential attempts, it's going to be tough for anybody to catch Mahomes in this category, and you're getting 4-1 odds. Sign me up. Let's go, baby. Number 6, the Cincinnati Bengals to win the AFC outright at plus 500. As you can tell, I'm writing a script for the 2023 season, and I think it's going to end with the Bengals and Eagles in the Super Bowl. So if that's the case, then I want to put money down on the Bengals to win the AFC. Yes, the Chiefs are the favorites, and yes, they should be, but the Chiefs have one Achilles heel, and that has continued to be the Cincinnati Bengals, who always take them to their limit and did so again last year, and they will continue to do it this year. I think Joe Burrow and the Bengals are on a mission, and I do think they've got what it takes to beat out the Kansas City Chiefs this year and get to the Super Bowl. So let's go 5-1 on that bad boy with the Bengals. Before we get to the top 5 NFL future bets for 2023, don't forget to make sure you like this video, subscribe to BettingPros, and drop a comment below in this video, because when you do all of those 3 things, you can enter an opportunity to win a 1-year free premium upgrade to BettingPros. That's right. All you got to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel and drop a comment. That's pretty easy. Give me your favorite futures bets. I want to hear them. Maybe I'll invest in your bets for a change. And if you don't want to wait, don't forget you can go premium today at BettingPros with the best tools on the planet to help you cash more bets and bet smarter, not harder. All you have to do is go to bettingpros.com/premium and sign up today. Now, back to the bets. Number 5, Micah Parsons, Defensive Player of the Year, plus 700. I love this wager so much. Oh, Micah Parsons was so close to this award last year, but injuries kind of played a part, unfortunately, at the end, and Bosa went ahead of him. However, Micah Parsons is back at it and ready to go. He has been ferocious this offseason. He's even worked with Andrew Wentworth, Hall of Fame offensive lineman, to get into an offensive lineman's head to understand their position better. That's a dude who's committed. That's a dude who's going to work. And Micah Parsons is a special defensive talent who plays on a high-profile defense with the Dallas Cowboys, which means he gets media attention, which means these are media awards, which means it could be cash in your pocket at 7-1. Number 4, Jamar Chase, AP Offensive Player of the Year, plus 1,200 odds. Now, last year, this was the big winner for us with Justin Jefferson at plus 1,400 with a big heavy investment there. That paid off nicely. And Justin Jefferson is still a favorite for this award this year and looks like a really good opportunity to win it again. But I think this is the year of the Bengals and the year of Jamar Chase. When Chase and Burrow were healthy together on the same field, these stats are off the charts. The problem is we haven't been able to get enough of that over a full season. If we can get that over 17 games, I think Jamar Chase takes home this award, and the Cincinnati Bengals might find themselves in the Super Bowl again. So Jamar Chase at plus 1,200, this is a big-time wager that has a big-time payoff in it for 2023. Speaking of big-time payouts, how about Jalen Hurts for NFL MVP, plus 1,200 odds? Let's go. Do people forget that Jalen Hurts was actually ahead of Patrick Mahomes right before his injury, that the worm had turned and Patrick Mahomes was actually a second-class citizen for this MVP award? I remember this, and I'm going to reinvest in Jalen Hurts because, again, the NFC is weak this year. The Eagles should be dominant. If that all comes true, Jalen Hurts gets another shot at this award. This could be a team that wins 13 or even 14 games and completely dominates the conference. And if that happens, it's going to be because of Jalen Hurts running this offense just like he did last year before the injury. So this is just about staying healthy, but you're getting a great number here on Jalen Hurts at 12-1. So invest in it for 2023. Let's close things out here with two very sensible bets at good return numbers where you can go a little higher with your units. Bijan Robinson, AP Offensive Rookie of the Year, plus 300. I mentioned before when I talked about the Falcons, this guy is a generational running back talent on an offensive line that got Tyler Algier over 1,000 yards. He's one of the best pass catchers on the planet at the position as well. And now Bijan Robinson finds himself as the focal point of an offense that's going to be very run heavy with Arthur Smith. Attempts are going to be there. Fantasy points are going to be there. Yardage, stat totals galore. All going to be there for Bijan Robinson. And this 3-1 is a really good number still. So before this goes anywhere, invest in it now early, because you could be looking at a minus 300 for Bijan Robinson for this award by the time we get to November 1st. And by then, it'll be too late. And finally, the number one NFL future bet for 2023, the Eagles to win the NFC conference, plus 330. The Eagles are the team to beat, and I don't think anybody's going to beat them. I think they're by far the class of their division, which might be the most competitive division in the NFC to begin with. Can the Cowboys hang with them? I don't think so. Can the Giants? Well, we got that answer in the playoffs, didn't we? As far as the NFC West, we don't know about the San Francisco quarterback situation. We don't know if Geno Smith can repeat what he did in Seattle, or if the Rams can stay healthy. The Lions, well, they're fun, but can they hang with the Eagles? I don't think so. The Minnesota Vikings, they choke in big games, right? And forget the NFC South. At the end of the day, this is one of the best wagers on the planet you can make for 2023. So I think you should make it, and I think you should put a big unit on it, because the Philadelphia Eagles have the clearest path, the most talent, and have already shown you that they belong in the Super Bowl. So it's the Eagles plus 330 to win the NFC. Book it, mark it, bet it right now for 2023. All right, there you have it. Those are my top 10 favorite NFL futures bets for 2023. I want to hear from you, so drop a comment below in the channel here on our YouTube, and don't forget to like this video, share, and subscribe to Betting Pros on the YouTube side, and don't forget to download that Betting Pros app right now. Sync your sports books, track your bets, bet smarter, not harder with us here at Betting Pros. That'll do it for me, Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids.